Hey guys, Monique Leslie, Misfit Crafter Studio here. I just wanted to bring you some of my commonly asked questions about my Cricut class. So I figured I'd answer them all on here so that you can get an idea of how the classes work. First question I usually get is, how do you teach them? I teach them online via Zoom. And the reason being is because it's available internationally. So anyone from anywhere can basically sign up for one of my classes. Um, how I do that is live and in person, just like this. Or not in person, I should say, sorry, live, but live via Zoom. You get a shot of my computer screen, an occasional shot of me, not that often, you really don't need to see me most of the time anyway, and a shot of the Cricut itself. So everything is set up in my studio here at home so that you can see my computer screen, the Cricut, and everything up close. And I definitely recommend this way of doing it. A lot of people ask, do you ever have in-person classes? Yes and no. I used to teach at some stores and I used to teach out of my home, but when, the whole 2020 thing hit, I kind of stopped doing that, also because my husband now works from home, so I can't have classes in the home anymore. And as far as stores, I'm trying to get back into stores. So if you are local, and I'm in Las Vegas, but I'm all the way north by Aliante. But if you are local to Vegas, I am looking at getting back into like Michael's or Joanne's to teach. So be on the lookout for that if you are local. But that being said, I definitely recommend learning this online. You get a better up close and personal look at what is actually going on, since most of what we do is on Design Space and really not on the Cricut itself. Now, other questions are, how long is the class? 2.5 hours, about 2.5 hours, because sometimes we get to talking, but I try to keep it moving along. So we're at about 2.5 hours. So make sure you clear out at least that much time to take the class. Again, I recommend that you download Cricut Design Space before taking the class. When it comes to what you need, that is the biggest thing. Is making sure you are prepped for the class. The only thing you need is a computer to do Design Space on, or a tablet or a phone. I do recommend you having two of those things at once. If you're on a computer, you can always split your screen for Design Space and to watch what I'm doing. But I do recommend having at least two things, just in case. It's a little bit easier that way to have, me on a tablet maybe, and Design Space on your computer, or a computer and a phone. It just makes it a little easier to learn. But other than that, all you need is yourself, making sure Design Space is already downloaded so that you're not holding up class time or missing things because of the class. Because if you are taking a group class and you're still downloading Design Space, we cannot hold the class to wait for you to download Design Space. So we want to make sure that's done ahead of time. If you have any questions doing that, definitely feel free to message me. You can also contact Cricut and they'll help you set it up, no problem. What else? Cost $20 to join one of the group classes, $80 if you want a private online lesson. I do offer private online lessons. They are 2.5 hours as well. You can book extra time. You can also book hourly sessions if you just need some questions answered. You already kind of know how to use it, but have a little more questions on a certain feature. You can book per hour classes as well. And it's basically just half the rate. It's $40 per hour. Anything after paying the initial $80 or just $40 an hour. If you want a private lesson in Vegas in your home or your venue, it is $100 for me to go out to you. What else? That's pretty much it. Tool-wise and everything, I do send out a syllabus of suggested things that I do personally use and like with my Cricut. After the class, you also receive a list of resources that I use, websites, things like that, where I get my graphics, everything. You will also get, during class, a printout that you can use if you'd like. It basically has most of your notes taken for you, but it's basically just a guide of everything that we go through. So you might want to download that and print that out before class. Other than that, that's pretty much it. Now, as to what I teach, everything, whether you're a beginner, learner, never took it out of the box, been sitting in there even for a couple of years, you'll be able to get it out of the box and now start using it to, you've been kind of using it, but not using it to its full potential. We start off with some basics of turning it on, what the machine's all about, what are the parts, things like that real quick. But then we go straight into design space and learning everything that's in there. So I hope that answers, most of your questions. If you have any other questions, you can go ahead and leave a comment and I will get back to you as quick as I can. If you want to sign up for a class, you just go to misfitcrafterstudio.com and you can see the class schedule on there. Sign up right online. As soon as you sign up, you're going to get an email with the class printout and the Zoom link. I do ask that if you are not sure, make sure you got that, you've received the Zoom link. The system sends it out automatically for me. If for some reason you don't get it, just let me know and I'll send it out to you again. But please, please, please check the day before to make sure that you have it. So we're not missing. If you do miss a class, and don't tell me, I don't refund, I'm sorry, because I did make the time to go out. If you are not going to be able to make the class, but let me know 24 hours in advance, we can move you to another date or we can refund you. That's fine. We do keep $5 for service fees if you cancel 24 hours before the class. If you are last minute emergency, something happens, message me. We can always work with you to reschedule you or something. If we reschedule you, there's no cost. But if you do completely cancel 24 hours or less, then we do charge $5 for that. Prior to that, it's full refund if you don't want it. Satisfaction definitely guaranteed. So if you feel like you learned absolutely nothing, we'll refund you. And yeah, that's it. If you have any other questions, like I said, leave it in the comments. If you need anything, I do offer many other classes besides Cricut. They get added all the time to my website. There's a few spring classes coming up for a lot of spring projects and things like that. Most of my classes come with all the materials or just about every material you need for each class. It gets mailed to you, so make sure you sign up early so that you get time to receive the supplies. If not, we usually have a double option of getting it with the supplies and an option of purchasing your own supplies and just paying for the class. We also have products. We do custom products as well. Services, anything that has to do with crafty services, lessons, parties, things like that. We offer it all. All right. So hope that was informative. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you soon. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you also want to learn just some crafty bits on here. Thanks.